Hey guys, okay, this update, a mighty update, of Priestess and some other things that happened last night. I gotta make a video because it's an experience in the spirit world, and that's what I do. So here we go. So JC took me to the Regent Priest. Found out I was the equivalent of a Regent Priest, or I am a Regent Priest, but I'm not in the Brotherhood, so to speak. They gave me some dreams the other day. Three dreams. They're stupid, and I'm a Regent Priest now. All I do is sign the papers, and I'm a Regent Priest. But I haven't. Anyway, I'm with the Regent Priest. They are gonna take care of do something else to me to get rid of separate me from the priestess. Now, the other day, they found another connection in me that I was holding on to her. Well, yeah, they found another connection. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sakes, you gotta be kidding me. And this is all in the spirit world, people that don't know. Watch my past videos. If you're new to the channel, hit like and subscribe. Anyway, they're gonna go in and remove it. JC never told me anything of what's gonna happen. I get there, I'm all ready to go. I ask, "What are you guys gonna do? Is it gonna hurt? Is it gonna? Should I be on Advil or something? It's gonna hurt, isn't it?" And my tooth from Crazy Man, the X Christ, Spider Christ, he at that time when he was putting all the metal in my mouth, in my head, in my chest, all those little tiny pieces of metal in my nerves, in my jaw, they all got loose and it affected my teeth. Well, I almost died during that. So when I was on the table, a nurse came and she cut all the nerves from my teeth going in. She cut them all in the thorough. Ever since then, and they told me that day, all your teeth are gonna fall out. Two already did. This one's gonna start. I got this one here. So I'm gonna look like a fucked up hockey player. Oh well, it's better than the pain. And if I get the money, I'll get dentures or something. But my molar here is loose. It's ready to come out. I tried pulling it out the other day. It wouldn't come out yet. But it's wiggling back and forth. And so it's coming out. He said we're gonna fix your tooth too. I'm like, cool. How do you do that? He goes, oh, we pinch it off. I go, what the hell does that even mean? He goes, we pinch it back into place in your ethereal. I'm like, all right, whatever. Make it stop because it wasn't hurting like a normal pain of a tooth. It was just tender. Now what happened was the last time they pulled that thing out of my neck, they knocked my tooth loose. That cut the ethereal skin. It started bleeding and made it hurt. The blood went up here into my cheek, and it's not blood like we have. It's like ectoplasm. Google ectoplasm. You know the shit, the blood stuff that runs down the walls in haunted houses? That's what it is. So, it fucking hurt. The blood is going up into my eyes, going down, it's coming up, and I said, don't let that blood get to my eye or I'm fucked. And so they They had to fix the tooth, stitch it, so the blood stops bleeding. So I just woke up, right? So the stops bleeding going into my face because that's when it really hurts. Now I got the Priestess going in. I got my tooth, the blood, my whole side of my face is poofed out, and it hurts like hell. So they take me, and this is where it starts. Long night, boy. 4 hours. They said, "Okay, Rich, you gotta make a big life decision. Do you want this or no?" They told me what it was. We got a machine that's gonna take out all your links, and you'll never hear us again. You'll never see the word. The best case scenario. They said best case. I'm like, that's the worst. They said no more trains, no more zombie rooms. All your friends, you won't hear them. Everything in our world, you'll stop seeing them. And then we're going to take out every single link you have. So you won't hear us, you won't see us, and all this. I bitched and fought and whined and cried. And I yelled at them. I said, okay, take it out. I can deal with all that. I can't deal with the Priestess. Oh my God, I don't want her. My biggest gripe was I want my seeds back. All 25. I got 19 when I went to sleep or lay down as I'm talking to him, the Regent Priest. And he goes, I want my seeds back immediately. Quit, don't fuck with me, or I'm just gonna make a gun and start shooting everything until I get them back. I'm just going crazy. But I'll go, whatever. Now 19 seeds are good. 19 are good. The hell's this stain? Food. Anyway. So I said, yeah, go ahead. And I said goodbye to my kids and Tina. She's an ex. And that was that. He then started doing his thing. He was already doing it. Little did I know. What it looked like, the machine he had. You know what two roller pins, a rolling pin for dough looks like? Well, imagine two of them stuck together. Two rolling pins stuck together on a handle machine. Like you're painting a wall. That's what it looked like. But there are a machine, and he ran it over my body while I was in the pressure chamber. Pressure changer exposed all my links, and he rolled them, and it sucked them out of my head, of my body, all over my body. Just took them all out. 4 hours of doing that. Now, he went into my neck where the Priestess was, and that's when I started seeing it and helping him. I hear the Priestess in me talking, and I'm going, blow my ear. He'd go near and blow my ear, and he couldn't find a spot. And I took the handle of the thing, and I watched, got sucked out. They sucked everything out of me, out of my neck. You wouldn't believe it. They spent an hour in my neck. Okay, later on, after he did that, got rid of all my skin. I couldn't hear nothing, couldn't see nothing by the time he was done. And I just fell asleep because I was exhausted. And it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I never did sleep. Fucking half an hour later, I woke up and I had this big hole in my neck. they said, I'm like, can you, what's this? I got this big hole in my neck. What is this thing? And I go, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's going to go back to normal. He explained it was a room. They made a little room in my neck where the priestess goes so they could watch how she puts the loogies in. And goddamned if she didn't. She got mad. Now here's the scary thing. I want you to listen because this gets crazy. This is the next part of the night. She came in and she was looking at me. She was in my neck. She called me. She goes, Steve, Steve, Steve. And I'm just looking at her. But it wasn't even her. It was a loogie. But it was talking. She's going, Steve, Steve, Steve. And then she goes, is this Richard? I go, yeah, it's fucking Richard. Who else, you vampire? And she got mad. And she took a loogie and she slammed it in the wall of the little tiny clear space in my throat, in my head. Like it was a box in my, they cleared out. She slammed the loogie and it went up and down at the same time. She was putting in another one into my head and going down. So the priest in Christ, I'm in Christ's manger. He saw that happen. They freaked out. They pulled her out. They pulled the loogie out. Then, fuck, this is where it gets bad. She's bitching, screaming, crying. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, guys? I'm telling Christ, I'm telling the priest, this is what she did. And I'm going, she called me fucking Steve. I go, who the fuck is Steve? And I go, I heard that the other day. I was talking to my friend on the phone or whatever, and I told her some stuff, and Steve came up. And I go, who the fuck is Steve? We don't know who Steve is, but it's evidence we need to use it. We need it. So I go, so the priestess comes into my neck and she's calling me Steve. She's looking for Steve. Now, is she working another guy? And I go, if there is another guy that's named Steve, I think it's Loogie Man because they were together at one point. Grace goes, I'm checking it out right now. So he leaves. He comes back. And guess what the guy's name is? Or one, as either Loogie Man or ex-Christ, the Spider Christ. Steve. His name is Steve. So there's another spirit she's working, or with the loogies. I think she learned how to make loogies and use loogies from Loogie Man. Because as soon as Loogie Man went away, she came in and took over. Oh, it gets better than this. Keep going. Hold on. Then I started having visions. So I started chanting Truth Revealed with an intent. Who is Steve? Truth Revealed. Who is Steve? Truth Revealed. And I say that to my seeds. So that's what I chanted. And as soon as I crossed over into sleep, I'd have a vision. And I barely remember. I had like 4 quick visions. Okay, the first one, I don't think I can remember. Oh, shit, I can't remember. No, I can't remember. It was faded. The last vision I truth revealed was Steve. Yeah. This is it. Okay. Quick vision. This is a vision. I'm laying in bed playing a video game in a house. My brother is on the phone next to me, cell phone, talking. And he ain't looking at me, he's laying on his stomach. And he's talking to somebody. He goes, hey, Rich. I go, what? And he goes, you want some rutabaga? Judy's got some rutabaga. Judy's got some rutabaga root. Do you want some rutabaga root? And I went, no, man, I don't know goddamn rutabaga root. He goes, okay. So he gets up, he gets out of bed, he goes, hold on, Judy, I gotta go close the window. So he goes, Rich left the damn window open. It's getting too cold in here. I gotta close it. And he walks over to the window and he closes it. And I guess he's talking to Judy on the phone. I don't even know who Judy is. He comes back towards the bed. He's looking down. I never see his face. And he jumps on the bed. And his head goes under my back. And I'm like, get your fucking head out from under my ass, you know? So I pushed him out. I pushed him away. And I fell. And it was my brother in this life. But I knew it wasn't. When I came out of the vision, I knew it wasn't my brother. It was a symbolic representation of my brother. Meaning, for my brain to understand, it gave me a persona I could relate to of what was happening in the vision. So I pushed him away, but I don't understand what it means yet, totally. And then I woke up. Pretty sure I woke up at that point. And I told JC every goddamn thing I told you right now. Detail. What it is, we came to this conclusion. Who the hell is Chris? Chris is my brother in real life. But he's just a symbolic representation of somebody else, a spirit or something else. We threw everything, me, Grace, my kids, my Tina, we threw everything around. Everything. And Christ was running around researching all of it. He even went to Priestess to try to get an answer for this vision. Nothing, man. He went to Loogie Man. He was thinking maybe Chris in the vision was Loogie Man's. He came back. They were talking. Loogie Man said, oh, I know Chris. He goes, I know Chris. He tried to blackmail JC right in front of my face. He goes, do you let me in? And let me in, Rich. I'll check him out. This is what Loogie Man said. He goes, you let me in, Rich. I'll check him out for you. Make sure I got the right person and everything. And I'll tell you what, Chris is psychologically to Richard in his dreams. Now, Loogie Man used to be an ex-Christ, but he's a spider Christ. Meaning, he ain't got no good intentions. So, and I go, no fucking way. I'll do another 10 years before I let him in me. Christ, do not let him in. Do not bring him in. Now, he's blackmailing Christ. Let me in and I'll tell you. Why does he want in me? Because he wants access to me. Then I'll have Loogie Man sticking loogies up my ass, and I'll have Priestess doing the same thing. And I'll be fucking twice as bad as I am now. I said I'll take what I got for problems and I'll solve them one by fucking one. And that's what I'm doing right now with you guys. And he goes, so Grace took him away. They went and talked. He never did find out. Loogie Man never told Grace. He wanted in me. That was the deal with him. Christ was pissed. He came back, but he's cool about it. Then I'm laying there and I'm telling him, and there's shit being, there's Other people are screaming and talking inside me now. I don't even know these voices. Nothing. I don't even know who they are in this little tiny room. And the priest is watching. Christ is watching. We're trying to figure out who Chris is and Steve. We're trying to figure out who they are, because these are the people. Now, Chris in the dream was talking to Judy on the phone. The rutabaga root, is the roots they're pulling out of me. When you put a link inside you, it has roots. The roots spread through your ethereal skins in your brain like, I don't know how, like a root. It looks like a fucking root. And there's a link. So the priestess always has access. That's what they pulled out. The funnel thing on the right side, this other loogie that went down and up along my spine and my brain to my brain stem, they pulled it out. That's a root. And it grows the more they're in there. The more they use it, it grows more and more and more and more. Unless Christ can get it out. That's the roots he was referring to in the vision. Rich, do you want more roots? No. And he's talking to Judy. Judy's wants to give me some roots. Rutabaga root. That's what they said it was, rutabaga. Remember I said when someone comes to your door in a dream and offers you a shiny thing or a deal you can't refuse? Oh, come on in. Tell me about this. Well, he has access to your body now. Hey, Rich, you want some rutabaga? What if I said, yeah, I love rutabaga. Come on, give me some more of that rutabaga. Do you see how it works? I said no. Now, thank God I said no. Thank God I don't like rutabaga. Anyway, you gotta fucking know this shit, man. I'm fucking telling you. It'll fucking kill you. They will kill you. All of a sudden, I see fucking Loogie Man. He ain't up there where I was looking at him a minute ago. He's right here. Just out of my heat. Some spiritual part of him is looking at me. I go, Christ. And he goes, what? I go, I can see Loogie Man. He's right there. He's 10 inches from my head. He's looking at me. He goes, oh, Jesus Christ. So I know Loogie Man's looking at me from wherever the hell he lives, far away somewhere. He can spiritually hook up to you and look at you. That's what he's doing. He's looking at me. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I knew. Why did you go to him, man? Why did you go to the Loogie Man? So I got Loogie Man staring at me. All of a sudden, I'm laying there. I'm bitching about Loogie Man. I'm listening to the people in my throat talking to the priest, and all of a sudden, in my mind's eye, right here, my mind's eye, I see this huge tarantula, and it's walking right at me, and his legs are coming right, like 3D, right into my eye, right, and it's walking, and his legs are going like that, and it's going to the left. It's coming in my field of vision. It's huge. I'm at ground level with it, and it's coming into my field of vision, and it's going to the left side. I screamed over Christ, tell him I see a fucking spider. I already know what that means. Loogie Man. Loogie Man was there. Christ made him go away, and now I see a spider. Basically, my third eye sight is seeing a spider, which is telling me Loogie Man is coming for your right side. The right side where the priestess comes in all the time. The spider then jumps on my face and is walking across my face. This huge ass tarantula spider. It's got one of them big fat bodies. And I go, oh yeah, you think you're all scared? You think you're all that? And I took my hand and I smashed it into my face. I had guts all over my face. It wasn't real. It was just a vision. but it was a representation of Luigi Man's intent, which is spider. I told him, it came back, the spider was there. Eventually, Christ somehow removed it or it went away. So that's over with. Then I'm laying there and I had another vision, but I don't know what it was. It was really short. We started looking for truth revealed on. We were still looking for truth revealed on who Chris was. And Steve. Who the fuck is Steve? We can, if we can, me, Christ, and everybody else can find out who Steve is and who Chris is, the symbolic representation of my brother, who they are in their world, or my world, or in me, or anywhere. They can find out what that is, that personality. We got it. My tooth is hurting. I can barely sleep. So this is what I did. I checked out for a while. I think I had that little vision. I woke up out of it. I told Christ about the vision. I'm not with the priest, regent priest anymore. I'm in a separate place. I'm like, what the hell am I doing here? What is this place? And I go, relax. We're getting you. We're with a specialist. She's a specialist. You've seen her before. And she tells everybody to shut up. Shut up, I'm talking. And I go, I remember you. It was just like that too, man. Anyway, she's just ignorant, but she's good. She does her job. She goes, hi, Richard, I'm here. And I'm like, I'm just listening to her. She's saying, I'm here. I'm going to try to find out who this Chris is and the Steve. Okay. She goes, I already did. Chris goes, do you know who Chris is? And I go, no, that's why you're helping me. And he goes, we figured out what it is. And she did her vision work and her expertise, her specialist. She's a specialist. So she has special abilities like I do, seeing and hooking up to ETs, doing C5, stuff like that. That's what I specialize in. Or remote viewing, stuff like that. Well, she has her specialties. She does. And so when Christ needs a specialist on a certain subject in the spirit world, he'll go to a special. She did her vision research of the loogie that went in and all the work that happened on me. She comes in and she says, I can't remember the words, but she says, Chris is amino acids, fucking cellular particulates of the fucking cellular membranes and all these high scientific words. And I go, what the fuck does that mean? And she goes, basically it means you, your body. And I'm like, that's the symbolic representation is my brain and my blood and my cells. She goes, yeah. So I was right. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That's what the priestess wants. The symbolic representation of Chris and the rutabaga, she wanted to put more roots in my head and my ethereal skins. So she could go down into my stomach and taste the food, taste the cigarettes, feel it coming in, the smoke. She wanted to move into me because she misses the physical body stuff. Well, she has free access to it now. So there's that. The essences of me, from sperm to fucking the taste of a cigarette. Do you know what it's like after when you have a cigarette after you get done eating and you just fall back, eating a great big Christmas turkey. You just fall back in your chair, and it's like the best goddamn thing that ever happened in your life, having a cigarette. That's what they want. You know what it's like when you taste wine, when you get the buzz? That's what they want. That's what she wants. She won't fucking get it. I'm her free fucking meal ticket for the next 50 years until I'm dead. But I know better. I'm fighting her out. There's that. And also, she wanted, from the other connection, she wanted my secrets. Loogie Man wanted my secrets. Crazy Man wanted my secrets. The secrets are in the seeds. The secrets are my experiences with the ETs, the seeds, the ETs, Sasquatch, all my experiences of how I achieve these goals, how I can take a cup. Like say I left my beer on the other side of the living room in St. Lucian. In my house in St. Lucian, I left my beer on the other side of the room. Well, I just will the beer to me. It's in my hand. Drink it. That's an ability. They want to know how to do that. How did I put her on the fucking moon? Well, the seeds did that. I just learned from the seeds. What happens is I ask the seeds, help me. I got no choice, and I'm gonna die. There's nothing else I can do. Next thing I know, she's on the fucking moon. I'm like, how the hell did you do that to the seeds? And I just repeat what they did, but I got to use the seeds. To Christ, that's abuse of Priestess. Here I am dealing with all this shit. And every fucking buddy wants my seeds because they hold the fucking secrets. They think. I'm like, I don't think you're going to get shit from my seeds. This is over the past year. I don't think you're going to get shit from my seeds because you didn't fucking earn it. You didn't fucking earn it. I'm fucking earning it. You ain't. You're stealing it and looting it and trying to get a freebie. Some free fucking knowledge. Like Loogie Man. That's why he's doing 175 years in the fucking illusion. Because he took my fucking seeds and swallowed them. I meditated on, took the energy through his head, and tried to learn my secrets of my abilities. Because I had abilities he didn't have. And he's done that to 1 million people. Now we move on. I'm back here. Holy shit. This girl, she just told me what the rutabaga thing was. Chris in the rutabaga, my brother. My ego, flesh, my brain, my ego persona that's talking to you, or my soul. There's my ego persona, there's my soul, and there's my innocence in my heart. My innocence talks like a little boy. Mommy said, Rich said to mommy, don't do this. That's what he talks like to Christ. That's why he's there. Because I made him to speak to Christ. So I'm in bed playing a video game. Every night for a couple hours during the hockey game, I'll play video games. So I'm sitting in my chair right here playing a video game, PS3. In the vision, I'm playing a video game. Chris is out doing something. My soul, between me and my soul, anyway, whatever. Chris represents that aspect of myself, which is sort of separate. Chris comes on there. Turns out, Rich, do you want more rutabaga? Do you want more roots? No, I say. And he jumps on the bed and he goes underneath my back. And I kick his ass out from under me. Now the dynamic my ego has with, and it was my innocence. That's the thing. The representation between my body. Now, from what she said, it's my my flesh, my essences. Where the me that's talking to you now is a part of that also, but it's also a separate part of me in the spirit world at a certain level. That part of me is talking to the priestess, hanging on to the priestess, doing deals. And that's what we had to figure out. If there's more coming where they have to separate me, where I have to go into myself, see my brother in a vision or a dream, and tell him, hang up the phone, delete it, and fucking forget about Judy. Because he's still talking to her like she's your friend. I want to stick a fucking vampire stake through her heart and her face. That's where I'm at. I don't ever want to see her again. Because she's fucking killing me, my body, my life, my psychology. I'm fucking going bananas. Not really, but pretty much. I can't fucking do anything else except fight her off. And Chris is there talking to her on the goddamn phone. Do you see? It's that. Anyway, she told you Christ of what Chris is. Symbolic representation of Chris. It's really hard to explain. That's pretty much the way I gotta do it. He's not my soul. Chris is not my soul. He's my brother. He's a part of me that needs that. Now, the part of me that loves my dog in this life. When I was a kid, I loved my dog. And I play with it. We have fun fucking all day long. And then it died. So I dream about my dog. But the dog in the dream is the priestess. So I'm hanging on to my dog because it died here. And I finally get to see my dog again in the spirit world. But it's the fucking priestess. Either she's doing it, my brain don't know what she looks like. So my brain gives me my dog, or my soul gives me a representation of my dog, or Chris does. Whoever, fuck. So I'm playing with my dog in a dream, and I'm having a great time. I'm kissing it, we're playing fucking hockey and balls, and we're running around having a good time. That's what I used to do when I was a kid. But it's the fucking priestess. The dog is a priestess. And that's my connection. That's my hold to the priestess. And the priestess is just running with it. She fucking knows. Fucking right, she knows. So I'm fucking playing with my dog, and it ain't even my fucking dog. It's a fucking priestess. I ain't no sex or nothing. All right, just loving your dog, having the best time in your life when you're a kid, playing with your dog. I never had a brother before my brother was born in this life. Chris, I'm number one. He's number two. Chris, before he was born a year later, I had a dog that took care of me, and I loved it beyond fucking belief. More than I've loved anything in this fucking life. When I was 15, 16, she died. Gone. Now, my dog comes back. I'm playing with it in dreams, and it's a fucking priestess. And she's using that. She's doing it, or I'm making it up, because I don't know what she looks like. Either way, goddamn. Do you understand? Fuck. Brutal. And this is what I've been trying to figure out, the finer details of my fucking problem inside me, hanging on to this priestess, and what her fucking intent was. Steve, we still don't know who the fuck Steve is. Never did. I don't. Never heard anything else about him. I'm thinking fucking Loogie Man. Or Steve is that part of me, Chris, under a different name, her. So I'll see my brother Chris in the vision. But when she comes a knocking, she's looking for Steve. Where's Steve? There's Richard and there's Steve. I want Steve because he talks to me on the telephone. And I can manipulate Steve to get into Richard. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Well, drugs and rock and roll. I ain't fucking had sex in fucking 10 years. I ain't even had a fucking hug. Not like I don't want one. I just, every girl I meet goes to fucking shit. Anyway, beyond that, I got no money, so nobody gives a shit. But that's another fucking issue I got. Oh man. So the girl that got the information, she goes, how about I heal your tooth? You want me to heal your tooth? I go, yeah, heal my tooth. She takes out a little gizmo, sticks it on my molar, where my molar is, where the roots are, my molar. She goes, I'm just cinching it off. I'm like, okay, it won't hurt. I'm like, well, it hurts here, so do whatever you gotta do. She goes, I can't pull it out yet. It's not totally loose. I go, I know. I already tried in the bathroom. In reality, here, I took a paper towel, stuck it on my tooth, pulled it, and it wouldn't come out. There's like 4 fucking roots stuck in there, and it's bleeding in their world. She's gonna stitch it and cinch it, whatever that means, and it's gonna stabilize it in the ethereal. They can see it better than I can. So that's what they're gonna do. Part 3. I go to sleep. I wake up. Where's my seeds? I'm like, Christ. I go, I think somebody was fucking with my seeds. And he goes, yep, you only got 10. And he goes, these people came and took a bunch of your seeds. You got 10 now. And I'm like, what? He goes, you're going to prevent this. And he goes, I couldn't prevent it. They had authority over Christ. These people. He never did tell me who they were. And I knew the situation. I went fucking bananas. Went fucking bananas. For another, it's 6 o'clock when my seeds were taken. I went crazy until I wore myself out, yelling and screaming and bitching. I fucking earned them all. 27. I want them all fucking back. Because at lunchtime when I got my snooze, I told them I'm going to the halls of justice. I'm going to the fucking investigator guy. I'm going to Super Christ and anybody else. I'm going to go to the fucking bureaucrats. I'm going to get a fucking lawyer. I got all the money in the fucking world. You're fucked. I go, you fuckers that let this happen, you're going to be so wrapped up in red tape and court fucking drama and bullshit, and you got to go through it all. And I go, I'm going to fucking do it. So I got up, had a piss, sitting here on the computer. And I couldn't fucking take it. I was so mad. I laid back down, went to bed, and I said, I'm getting my fucking seeds back. I got 19, now I got fucking 10. Here we go. Fucking looters stealing my fucking seeds, stealing my fucking experiences for whatever fucking reason they do it. And I don't even, Christ ain't gonna tell me their fucking names. So, I laid down, I meditated. I totally checked out, but I'm still conscious. I just shot my 10 seeds into the light, and I shot them into me. And all of a sudden, wham! I'm in two fucking places. I'm here, lying in bed, but now I'm in the light, and I'm standing on a railing, and I'm looking out a window, and it's full of stars. On the other side of the window are stars for fucking ever. This is like I'm in orbit or in space, in a spaceship or something. But the glass goes around like that, like a walkway, like a long hallway. Glass. All of a sudden, I turn to a door to the right. There's a door, and I'm knocking on it. And I'm knocking, and I'm screaming, "Hey, hey, hey!" Nothing happens. So I'm just. These stars are fucking beautiful. I'm looking at the stars. So I'm looking at the stars. Suddenly the door opens up, and there's a guy, and he's standing there, and he's got a white cape on, and I show him these cards. All of a sudden, I make these cards, and I'm not speaking to him because I'm so confused and flustered inside. I'm Richard. I think I know this guy, but anyway, I don't know here. I'm Richard. They stole my seeds. I need help to get my seeds back. It's a long drama, all this shit. And he goes, and he puts his hand on my shoulder, and he goes, "Come on." So he starts we start walking in the hallway, and at the bottom, on the left side of the hallway, there's no seeds. There's no lights. On the right hand side, yeah, right hand side of this hallway, with stars all around. There's lights. Every couple feet there's a light going to the end where there's another door. Another door. So it's like that's his office or his home. And we're walking beside each other and we're talking, but we're not using words. We're just feeling each other out. And I'm walking and I'm like, "Hey, seeds." And he goes, "Yeah." He looks at me and he goes, and I go, "They're just like the seeds." And he's like, so the seeds were lights in the hallway. It's like a symbolic representation in the hallway we're walking down. And all of a sudden, I go, "I need help. I need my fucking seeds, man. I earned them. I have a right to fucking have them. I haven't done anything wrong, but everybody's taking them from me all the time." He goes, he reaches in his robe, pulls out a little box. A little box had a little red button on it and a thing for your finger. So you slide your finger in and press the little red button. And he goes, I'm like, "What? What?" He goes, "You want help? Press the red button." Well, I fucking. I'm like, "I want my fucking seeds. I'll fucking kill myself." I go, "I just did 53 years in hell. Do you think I'm not gonna fucking want help?" I press that button so goddamn hard. And he goes, and then he grabbed me, put his hand on top of my head, and pushed me down, and I'm back in my fucking body again. So I'm laying there waiting. I'm like bitching to Christ about my seeds. I want my seeds back, all that. So I just laying there for about 10 minutes. Next thing I know, this guy comes over takes all the fucking seeds he has and puts them in my heart, in the cubby hole in my heart. Whatever the cubby hole is, I don't know. But the place where the seeds go, right here. I look and I see the number 27. And I'm like, oh man, it's 25. And he goes, no. The guy goes, 27. Basically, he said 27. And I go, I got two more? And he goes, I'm like, holy fuck. I got 27. He goes, well, sort of. He goes, they're waiting. They're in the process of waiting. He goes, basically, he said, in a download to me, just like the fucking ETs do when I'm talking to them in this ship. He just gives me the information. And I go, got it. What it is I got 25 C's what I wanted. But I've earned through all this shit two more. And they're going to be put aside until I can deal with it. But I can deal with it. So I don't know what the fucking issue was totally. But they're there waiting for me. These two other ones. So I got 25 fucking seeds. And then he leaves. And I watch him go up. And there's a whole goddamn cathedral of people standing around. Me, Tina, Grace, the priest, and they're all white, standing on this railing, and they're looking, and they all got robes on, guys and girls. I'm like, holy shit, pressing that red button. Press that red button. They're all standing there, and they're all like angels going, looking down at us. And my kids are like, oh my God, look at the people. They're beautiful. And all this shit, and they're all glowing, and everybody's all happy. And I'm like, I can't fucking believe this. But I'm more worried about my season, so I'm making sure they're all there, and I can see groups, a little group of 11, another little group of 11, and then a couple more down here. And I'm like, yeah, I'm counting the fucking thing, making sure they're all there. And it came out to 25, but I got 27. So I got two more waiting for me that I earned. Then, after all that's done, I'm totally exhausted. Totally exhausted. I go have a shower, a hot shower, just because I'm fucking freezing cold. You know when the energy leaves your body? Somehow they did that. They took all my energy away. But I ain't tired. But I'm ice cold internally. Like, so I went in that hot shower. It didn't help. I was still ice cold. And I'm like, fuck this. And I went back and laid in the bed. I'm laying in bed and I start falling asleep. Took me no time to fall asleep, but I'm happy I got my seeds. Then I'm wondering, do I really got my seeds? Is this a trick? Is this some kind of Jesus trick they were doing on me? And I'm asking Christ, I'm like, do I really got my seeds? And he goes, yep, they're all there. He goes, that was some serious stuff you did right there. And I'm like, well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Go over your head. You can get them back, well, I'm getting somebody who can. And these are the seed people in the light. Christ and other people like that, the seed people, they handle the seeds. People that are close to the creator at fucking level 16 something. I told you, I go, Grace, I told you. Fucking told you I was gonna bring them down. God damned if they didn't. So they're all gone. I'm laying in bed, falling asleep again, because I didn't get no sleep all night. All of a sudden, I fall asleep, and I have this vision where I'm laying in the grass. I'm laying in the grass, and I can see the moon up there. And I look at the moon, and I look at my camera. I put it to my eye, and I zoom in to the moon, and there's a black spaceship flying in front of the moon. And it's during the daytime. So I got a blue sky, I got a white moon, and a black spaceship in front of the moon. It's close. It's like a shadow on the moon, and it's black. Black spaceship. And then the spaceship on the moon with two wings coming out turned into a fucking eagle and started flying. And I'm like, holy fuck. So I started taking pictures of the eagle. Like some of the best I've ever did. Well, I've done the same thing here in reality. But I'm taking pictures of the eagle. And the eagle's just circling around, crossing through the moon. And he's circling around and crosses the moon. Circle around and cross to the moon. Over and over. And I'm like, getting these shots. And then I woke up. And I saw the UFO. I saw the spaceship on the moon. It sort of looked like a bird, but I knew it wasn't a bird because it was just black. And I'm like, and I got it. I got the download. The moon is the spaceship. And the eagle is me. Flying between myself on the ground on the earth. The eagle's flying way high in the sky. And the moon is the spaceship. I got my C's back. I can see. And the eagle was just saying, be an eagle. Thunderbird, whatever. Because I had four North American native past lives. And one is an Aztec. So their culture, their way, is built into my soul. It's for all that. And that is the ending of the dream. Me and the Thunderbird, the eagle. Me and the eagle. And spaceship in the moon. And you want to know what the government's hiding for secrets? You want to know why all that bullshit's going on with the moon? Why they're blocking out the photos? There you go. I'm not saying the dirt on the moon. The dirt is dirt. I saw a video of a fucking meteorite hitting the moon and dirt flying. What was under the dirt? ET technology on top of the dirt. ET technology is all fucking sitting there when they moved it here. And the records of that event, way back in the day, the Anunnaki, well, they're buried in the Pope's fucking vaults in that library of the Pope. All the shit you're not supposed to know, he grabbed it all and stuffed it in a vault. And he's got a fucking army protecting it. And I asked Christ, what's the Pope? And he said, Lucifer. I go, the Pope is Lucifer? He goes, he's a Lucifer. I go, that means there's more than one Lucifer? And he goes, he's just shaking his head. There you go. All right, guys, I'm done. That was my night. I hope I'm recording. I'm gonna chop my fucking cell phone now. Recording, all right. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording now. Have fun, guys.